You know, if you think about it, taking a shower is kinda weird. Now, before you assume and think I'm some basement dweller that hasn't touched a shower since 1986, let me explain furthermore what I mean by that. Now, what I mean by taking a shower is kinda weird is that even though it is a normal thing, it is kinda weird at the same time. I'm gonna be talking about things that, from a practicality standpoint, is very normal, but is weird at the same time. If you don't get what I mean by that, I mean like, say that an alien came to Earth and was observing humans. An alien would find the stuff that we do weird, but us ourselves don't. And yeah, let me talk about my shower example. Now, in practicality, taking a shower makes a lot of sense. I mean, we're basically putting water on ourselves and using soap to get off dirt and whatever there is, which makes a lot of sense. But at the same time, isn't it kind of weird that we're in a weird prism with a bathtub at the bottom while we're just dripping water on ourselves for like 10 minutes? That's very weird, isn't it? Yeah, it's very weird that we do this, especially the part where we put on soap. If someone came to Earth and saw us doing this, they're probably going to be very, very confused, especially if they find out that water is a very scarce resource. Another thing that's kind of weird is sleep. Have you ever thought about that? The fact that we need to designate 8 to 10 hours of our days sleeping on a bed. Why am I pointing at my bed? You can't see it. Doesn't matter. Why do we sleep? It's very weird. I know it's for resting and it makes total sense, but isn't it kind of weird that we just sleep and we go unconscious? I mean, we don't. We still think, but someone observing the Earth who hasn't been on Earth would think that we're dead. Another very weird thing is food. All foods are different in their own way, but we can eat them. Like, have you ever thought about that? And there's healthy food, unhealthy food. There's so much types of food that we know to eat. But then there's other things like a rock, which we know not to eat. Well, except for salt. I guess that's a rock. But have you ever thought how weird that is? That some things are edible and some things aren't. And there's not just one thing that's edible and there's no varieties of it. Like, it's very weird that we have varieties of food that we can eat. Oh, another one. Flags. I mean, I have a California flag right here. A few flags over there. But have you ever thought about how weird flags are? I mean, think about it. All countries unanimously decided that the way to represent their country is with a piece of cloth with a design on it. There's not that many things, especially symbols, that people can agree on, yet when it comes to flags, we can? It just makes absolutely no sense to me. But at the same time, like I said, for every one of my examples, it makes total sense. It's a very easy way to represent the land that you own, and yeah, it's amazing. Oh, another thing, school. From practicality's perspective, I know I'm going to say this a lot, but it makes total sense because it's a place where a lot of kids can get educated. But that's also weird. Like, imagine if someone came to Earth from another planet and just saw all these kids swarming into this one building and then coming out. I'm pretty sure that if there are other species on this Earth, those species would learn educate themselves on their own or from their parents instead of a big room where there's all these kids being taught by one person. Anyway, that's probably all I'm going to say because I can't think of any more. But if you guys have any more that you can think of, please tell me in the comments because it's just going to be a big rabbit hole of just random stuff. So please tell me in the comments, and I may even make a part 2 talking about them. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye!